Lady, unmute your microphone. That always helps. That always helps. What have I forgotten? I'm sure I've forgotten something. Always forgetting something. Oh, I need a pen and paper would be. I don't know where they are. I do not know where they are. All right, so I said I was going to try this, so I'm going to try it. Don't know how well it's going to go. But we're going to try it. I'm going to do some brainstorming today. For I don't know if this is going to end up being a story or a game idea, honestly. It could work as a game, I feel. But who knows? Also, Twitch, man, you got to fix your dashboard. Twitch, you got to fix a lot of stuff. Let's not just concentrate on the old dashboard, shall we? Hang on. That needs to be there. That needs to be there. That seems to have been working. That seems to work. Oh. Am I good to go? I think I'm good to go. I think I am good to go. Let's see if I can get into a work mode here. Okay, so it's something about ascending. Need to work on that title a little bit. Although that's not really the title, that's just kind of the main point. All right, so you start in a room. All right, what are you gonna need? You're gonna need some kind of dice. I don't know what yet. Also, you're meant to be putting borders around all of these. I like my borders. Okay. Yeah, I should put it. All right. How many times I have to kick fucking set as defaults? I need forever. Okay, good. Good. It's a good system. It just works. And then I also, you would want something as a kind of attention device. And this is, I don't know what this would be. Again, we're kind of thinking of, well, for me anyway, play it online. All right, so you're going to start in a room. Still no border. Good. I'm glad that really works. Works so well. It's great. What was this for? I've forgotten already. I really have forgotten already. All right, then I know kind of the next point in that path is 3 doors, but we need to expand on this a little bit. Should I take the path that way so I can spread? Yeah, I think that actually does make more sense. All right, so we're going to put you there. We're going to move you. All right, so somehow a message is delivered. In my mind, this room is very much like a sterile, clean, clear, almost medical in look. What's the kind of feeling? This room is always going to kind of stay locked. This would always kind of be like the first room. And kind of the vibes I kind of want to give is a little bit of like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So I think then the message should probably be delivered either by computer, robot, or some kind of robotic voice, even if it has no physical presence in the room. And then the basics of that message. Would be so basically you have entered an ascending gate of some sort. Again, it's all meant to be very mysterious because you're going to build your future story and your backstory as you go. That's kind of the whole point. And trying to become a god, for want of a better word. All right. In that room, you have no idea who, what, or why you are. Just like real life. All right, so that makes sense to me. And then you would be presented with 3 doors. These would be random. I don't know how you would pick them. would you pick from a list or? Random draw of ideas, then make them up. Okay. Again, we got the cards. How am I going to use the cards? Because the other thing that we need to be doing, so even though there's going to be 3 doors, you're going to kind of set up, and then you pick a door. So technically there'd be kind of 3 diverging paths, right? And you want to be presented with 3 options because you kind of want them to have an idea of. Because what you're doing here is basically building your character, right? Because, like I say, as you start in the room, you have absolutely no idea who you are. What you don't know if you're human, elf, some kind of robot being, right? You have absolutely no idea what you are. You basically you emerge in that room. You've gone through this ascending gate, and you emerge in this room. It's just some kind of like consciousness in a bottle. And then you're going to kind of make your character as you go. It's kind of like the first part of the adventure with a little bit of randomness. So what would the first 3 doors be? I don't know. Probably there's going to be like a series of doors that you pick as you kind of build your character up, and then kind of enter the first real room. Probably it being like a series of 3 doors all the time would probably make sense. Same thing you need to kind of work out in order what would you want to know first if you're making a character? What would you want to pick first? Probably what you are, right? Or maybe we're just trying to set the theme. And if we were just trying to set the theme, what would those themes be? I don't really mind cross contamination. In fact, I'm hoping that is that is what would happen, right? I said, like, so even if you're kind of building like a Lord of the Rings type elf, you could still end up in a Star Trek type spaceship section as you go through, and we just have to try and muddle through and be completely lost. So that's kind of interesting then, because we are trying to build characters, so there does have to be stats involved and proficiencies and knowledge and all that kind of good stuff. So then we then have to kind of question how we're going to try and put those in. Trying to stick away. I think so. Maybe there wouldn't be stats as such. Maybe we're talking about proficiencies or like keywords, basically, right? So as you're making your character, you can apply certain keywords to your sheet, and then you'll be able to pick up more keywords or proficiencies, however you want to call it. But I wouldn't want those. I kind of leaning more towards kind of keywords idea, because proficiencies to me is like I'm an engineer or a mechanic. right? Whereas a key word would be engineer. Then I can decide how I can apply that. I mean, I guess that's true with proficiencies as well. Really, it's the same kind of idea. What I don't want is, you kind of say that you're a car mechanic, and then you only ever kind of apply that when it comes to, or like a vehicle mechanic. Um, but then you also have to try and keep it theme specific, right? Or do you? Again, thinking like Back to the Future, Doc Brown was a scientist, but then we went back to the Wild West. He became a blacksmith because that was how he could use his knowledge and his skills. So then you can kind of take this idea of kind of practical scientist rather than theoretical scientist. And then in your situation that you end up in, you try and apply the keywords. I think I don't know. Is it better to keep them vague or to make them specific? I don't know. Also, the other thing is that the character that you're making, no, it has to populate the backstory of the past. So if you end up going through this kind of series of doors and you make a very stereotypical D&D Lord of the Rings type elf, then the world you've come from kind of probably has to fall into that kind of stereotypical thing for the backstory. Now, why you've walked through this ascendant gate trying to become a god is what would be developed kind of as you go. I probably should have written a lot of this down. Uh, all right, so we now know there's going to be a series of doors. Okay, I don't know what you've done. Okay, I can grab that one as normal. This one, for some reason, is broken. What if I start a new one? No, that one works. That's now been copied. Okay. I don't know why you haven't shrunk to size. Don't know why writing series of doors is fucking breaking this system so much, but all right. God, I swear today's been nothing but fucking technical issues. I'm just gonna go back to being a luddite and fucking pen and paper, man. Technology sucks. All right. All right. So, as a character, what do you need to know? You need to know. Well, again, it's comes down to that who, what, and why, right? So you need to know what you are. I think it's probably the first thing you should do. Then you need to know who you are. why you are is kind of what you're trying to work out as you play through the system. I have no idea how that is going to work. Absolutely no idea whatsoever. Um, but that's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right. So I feel like what you are and who you are would probably definitely going to probably involve a series of doors, series of rooms. I feel like in each room you just want to be asking one question. Because again, you're trying to guide people along kind of the process, right? And you're probably going to be followed by whatever this is, and they're going to give you advice and tell you the instructions, at least in kind of theme. All right, so that kind of makes sense. I mean, not really. Um, and again, I kind of like just this idea of you quickly walk or pick 3 doors based on random draws. They don't necessarily mean anything, but they do have to mean something. But they're just kind of trying to guide you through, right? So, do you want the doors to be? You probably want some of the doors to be incredibly obvious, right? Because again, like even if you're kind of talking like about like a Tolkien idea, right? Even if you were just gonna base it in Tolkien lore, there's a lot of different things you can do there. I know the world is fantasy. You know, which side are you? As you walk through that first door, it's the splits, right? And it's like, do I want a growing number of doors? The more you go through, to give you more options, or would they get incredible? Like you could start with 3 doors, right? You could start with 3 doors, and for do I want those doors to kind of be more representative, like of fully formed worlds, or do I want them to be ideas, right? Because again, you can say sci-fi, which is fine, or space, but then what kind of spin on space are you going to do? And then how much do I want to hold people's hands and constrain the ideas, and how much do I want them to? It's got to be that middle ground, right? It's got to be that middle ground of if you just want to make it all up by yourself, it's very easy to do. But if you want to be handheld and kind of given a character at the end, it also has to achieve that somehow. That's going to be a difficult balance. Very difficult balance. I have no idea how I would achieve that. Okay, so again, we got to take this right back to start. So if I showed you 3 doors, I could show you one. This is destroying my brain already, and we haven't even got past the 3 doors. The first 3 doors. Because again, it's not just because again, you could show like a very green door, flowers, trees, that kind of stuff. Does not, and that wouldn't kind of set you into any kind of theme or genre, really. And again, sci-fi, fantasy, they're all the same. Sci-fi is just fantasy and space, and fantasy. It's just sci-fi, not in space. It's all the same. It's all fiction. It's all made up. I've just annoyed everybody. So yeah, just kind of showing like very simple doors, I guess. Like, because again, you could show one, you know, surrounded in trees, greenery. You could go through that. That could be a farm. You know, you could be a farmer. It could be going more into like druidism, and whether that's kind of more realistic based druidism or the kind of more magical druidism of fantasy. I guess this is what we're driving along right now. But you've got to be asking those questions. For the Emperor! I think you missed the part of whether or not the door has a handle. Hey LP, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. There will definitely be a handle joke as this goes through for sure. How you doing, LP? Hope you're doing well. Ah, dear. I didn't expect to get stuck this early on in the thought process for this. All right. And again, we're trying to ask the two. Life can just kiss your ass at this point. I know how you feel, LP. I know how you feel. Again, it's asking. That's why I'm trying a lot of different shit at the moment, and I really want to dig myself out of this hole. Oh dear. I throw a lot of shit at the wall. Something's got to stick, right? All right. So again, we're trying to answer the question of what you are. What makes what you are? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's getting deep. It's getting deep on a Tuesday. So again, it's not who, it's just what. So you probably what determines that we're human or earthlings is location, right? We're on Earth. So you got to get location down. Is that it? Is that the only thing that defines what you are? I'm a human because I was born by other humans, but how did my consciousness end up in a body of a human? Jesus Christ. I feel like everything else would be like who you are. Like, I feel like society is a question of what makes you who you are, because that's going to give you your beliefs, your kind of technology level, your opportunities. Like, I feel that all comes from who you are rather than what you are. Like, the in my mind, this is just going to be a fun little game that people can play by themselves. But now I'm kind of like, well, if these are the kind of questions I'm asking people to ask themselves just as they design their character, this is actually kind of kind of thing I even want to make. Oh, Jesus. It's a game about finding out how pointless life is. All right, well, there's the tagline. Because, yeah, I couldn't just put 3 doors, right? There's got to be some kind of clue. There's got to be some kind of guidance, something that kind of prompts the way you're going to go down. So there's got to be something there. But you could do so much, right? You could do again, kind of like the door with lots of greenery around it. You could do a very city looking door. You can do a kind of medieval looking door, very futuristic looking door. A lift / elevator door. How the hell you would get a story out of that, I don't know. A car door, a spaceship door. Just a door surrounded by sand. Just, you know, you're in a desert. Ice. Fire. All right, so do I want this kind of first door to kind of have the possibility of different elements? Should there be 3 doors for this, or should there only be 1 door that you have to walk through and you kind of have to pull from a like different kind of roll tables or decks to design that door? And only once it's designed does a handle appear. See, I can work that in. That's an interesting idea, actually, just having the 1 door for the first one, because then you can stay in the sterile room with the helper bot, message bot, whatever it is. They could then present you with the options. And then kind of based on, hey, thank you for the 10 stream streak. Oh yeah, that one isn't going to work on this scene. That is true. Most of the other one, oh no. I was going to say most of the other alerts should work, but I don't actually think that's true.
My lord, don't forget.
The sound command should.
My lord, don't forget.
Because I made sure of that. But yes, like any Twitch alerts wouldn't go off, and that's not going to work. And then then the streak one's not going to go off because that is a scene specific thing. Okay, I need to do what I've done for cameras for all of the alerts in OBS. I need to make them in a nested scene, and which I can then share with all my other scenes, which I haven't done. Oh, hello bot trying to sell viewers. How you doing today, you bastard? All right, so we're still going to want to do 3 doors at some point, because that's going to be how you kind of start to build up your keywords to answer who you are. But to answer what you are, I think we're probably now thinking just 1 door with... We'll stick with Freeze. Freeze is like a prime, real, mystical number, right? So let's say that door has got 3 slots, and then we're going to have the... professional. Always. We're going to have the computer robot guy. Robot guy give you choices. And I think these choices would be, you know, those like terrible quizzes you used to do, like which Star Trek captain are you, right? And they would just ask you these weird questions, and you would like just pick from a choice. I think for this first room, having a series of those ready to go is probably going to be the easiest way. But then if we got 3 slots, what are the 3 questions we're trying to really answer? Because again, as you start, you're just a ball of consciousness. You have no idea why you're there, what you are, who you are. Because you've walked through the ascendant gate, you've lost basically all your memories. You've also lost your physical form, and then what you have to do at the start is decide what your physical form is going to be. And I want it to be as open as possible. I want it that you can be whatever the fuck you want. Or at least for there to be the possibility you can be whatever the fuck you want. Like, you know, if you're going to end up in a Victorian themed dinosaur society on one run, that's exactly what I want to happen. If you're then going to be like a robot overlord in another run, great. So again, it's trying to get all of those. I never want the game to give you a solid answer, right? I never want the game to say you are this. That's what you're doing. At least if this is a kind of pen and paper imaginative game. If I move this to Godot, then the game will definitely tell you what you are, and there will be limits. And those limits will probably be based on whatever asset packs I could pick up. I mean, what? Who would design a game like that? All right. Again, let's start with this kind of being open. And again, it's this kind of idea of, now the way most games of this ilk would do this is die and fate tables or oracle tables, whatever you want to call them, and they would just give you a word or an idea, and then you would build from that, which I guess is what we can do. Although I do kind of like the idea of random in the start, kind of just random simple questions to kind of start it all off. I think would be interesting. And then having those, we need 3 answers, which is fine. And we need to kind of understand, if we're going to go for free, we need to kind of understand what those answers need to be. I.e., one of the things we need to know is what your physical form is going to be, right? Because it has to be a physical form. So one of the questions always has to kind of get you to the physical form. But then we could ask that question in multiple ways to then try and mix that up, right? And really get people thinking. Like, you know, because you can ask, what's your favorite animal? Say panda, you're now some kind of panda, right? Very simple route. You can then say, what's your most not favorite animal? Unfavorite? What is the opposite of favorite? And then that kind of takes you down, you know, again, 2 questions. to give us the same answer, but ask in a different way, so we will get a different answer, right? Um, okay, so then if we've got 3 slots, what are these? I don't want to say race or anything like that. We're purely talking physical form. Because again, you can be a dinosaur, you can be a robot, you can be a fucking star in the night sky if you want. I don't fucking care, right? How we would take a star in the night sky and then have them have walked through an ascendant gate to try and become a god, I don't know. But that is kind of the whole point of this. All right, so one of them has to be physical forms. What else? With this question of what you are, you could kind of pick everything here, really, right? You could do physical form. Now, I like the idea of once you've got your physical form, presenting the 3 doors to you, which will kind of give you a basic profession, right? And you would then have to kind of make that work as you go along. The first example is going to be so again, it's this interesting. So you're a star in the night sky, and then the next door you walk through makes you a baker. So how do you make yourself a baker while also being a star in the night sky? What mental hurdles would you have to jump to try and make that make sense? And then you're also trying to make a society with the stars, right? So the stars are no longer just balls of gas in the night sky. They are kind of living, conscious creatures in what you would have to imagine is a much bigger world than the one we could understand. So, from like a human perspective, if we're the star, I right now would be like the bacteria as I would understand it in the human form, right? So then the world has got a lot bigger. So then a baking star could be someone who makes new stars. Or maybe you have to feed stars, and if you don't feed stars, that's when they become black holes in this world, right? So maybe the baker is the person who's making a baking star would be the star who is making the matter that other stars need. How you then take them through the rest of what this thing is meant to work, how this is meant to work, I don't know. Maybe we do need to have limits, but that's fine. You can kind of put it all together, okay? But I mean, I guess we could do a series of 3 questions, and that would give you your physical form, right? And maybe a little bit of who you are in there as well. It's okay. I want to present 3 doors for profession. And that would give you keywords. I'm just putting keywords there because I think that's going to be an important point that we need to keep on going back to. Okay, so. We haven't even got past how you make your character in this game yet. It's probably a good sign. All right, let's come at it from I'm going to turn this into a digital product, right? Which means that there has to be limits. You have to limit it because you're no longer just using the imagination of somebody's mind. as you're standing at we say the first room you come out of, so you come out of the sterile room. Well, no, in the sterile room, the doors are going to keep on changing. No. There's going to be the one door, you answer the questions, you fill in the blanks, door unlocks, you walk through it, there's the 3 doors. So by the time you're looking at those 3 doors, which I think I've decided are going to be profession based, then what is it you need to know? Before you go in, right? It's definitely a physical form, so let's keep it simple for now. Let's just stick to pure fantasy. So like human, elf, ogre, goblin, that kind of stuff, right? So you're gonna have to pick that. Now again, we don't want it to be a straightforward choice like that. We're probably going to ask questions and then assign, although it could just be a straightforward choice, honestly, kind of more digital focused thing. I don't want to know, I do not want to know a lot about the past at this stage, because the whole part of the game is it's meant to go around as a loop. Spoilers. Um, oh, that's an interesting idea. So what if, as you're making the character, we assume that is that is one side of you. I'm jumping way ahead here. So yeah, if it's a game of choices, right? Rather than I do kind of want there to be exploration and combat in there as well, but I have no idea how that would work. The tension device is going to be key. And again, I have no idea how that's going to work. I have no idea how any of this is going to work. But if it's a game of choices, I never want the choices to be just A and B, right? But let's say we give people it doesn't matter, X number of choices. You're going to pick A or whatever. Those other choices then become available for the counterpart of you. And maybe if we always give you 5 choices, we actually design the 4 counterparts, right? So then what if the idea of, okay. So what if the idea then, how I'm envisioning this game has changed completely from how I was thinking about it. Well, I was laying in bed a couple of days ago. So what if then you're making your kind of 4 counterparts, right? So what if the whole idea, and again, this is spoilers, you wouldn't want people to know this going straight into the game. I guess it depends how you want to make it, right? Do you want to make it a walking simulator where you're trying to put things together, or it could work as a card? It could work as a card game. It could work as a roguelike card game. We've been trying to come up with a theme for a card game. Because what if the whole point of ascending, for now, let's just say you've been split in 2, because that makes it easier to kind of conceptualize. So you're trying to ascend, and again, I'm thinking out loud, and I'm giving people a lot more information than I'd want them to know when they start, because I wouldn't want them to know all of this. But let's say when you were saying you're split in two, right? You turn up in the starting ascension room as a completely unformed, just a ball of energy consciousness with no memory, no idea of what you are, right? And then by the time you've gone through the kind of first set of doors, character creation, but gamified a little bit, you've created one side of the coin. Now, whether, and again, that as you go, you're going to add more and more. So if you make evil decisions, and again, let's kind of make it that simple for now. Let's say there's a good choice and an evil choice. If you make all of the evil decisions, then your counterpart is your good side, right? And then obviously, if you just keep on making evil decisions, and then your counterpart keeps on making good decisions, the gap between you is going to be huge, right? Whereas if you kind of swap, then your counterpart would also kind of be swapped as well, right? How is this interesting? That I don't know. That's a much harder question to try and answer. But if as the game goes, you're basically, so an interesting way, if you're going to envision this as a kind of card game, right? And it's not necessarily a deck building game, although you are building a deck. So like as a very simple, basic idea. And again, hey Trunks, welcome. I don't think that the combat could work as a card game, and kind of the final confrontation between you and your counterpart, which I think is what you'd be working towards, right? And then again, depending on how many choices you give people at each stage, and it doesn't have to be a choice like every room, right? Because there can be different kind of rooms, like treasure rooms, story rooms, whatever. But again, let's envision this card game, right? So what I'm saying as a card game is once I've come out of the 3 doors, I've got my starting deck, right? Because somehow my physical form is important to the deck. Don't know why. Where I'm from is important to the deck, and what I know is important to the deck, right? The what I know makes sense. So again, let's go a kind of steampunk Victorian dinosaur gentleman baker, right? I don't know what cards that would give you. The baker cards I can kind of envision. I mean, I guess it's Hey Serenity, welcome. Steampunk can give you access to certain technology levels, I guess. I don't know how you would work that in. Which you wouldn't have if you were like Stone Age, for example. I also don't know why it's important that you would be a gentleman baker. What a time to roll in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day so far. And welcome. Oh, dear. Yeah. No, that could work. Again, if you're making a card game, if you're making any kind of digital game, the choices have to constrict you. If you're making a purely kind of like journaling, solo journaling RPG type game, then you don't have to limit it like this, right? The limit is your imagination, but let's limit it. Let's limit it for now. And again, let's kind of go with this kind of card game idea. So the fact that I'm a dinosaur would give you a certain set of cards, right? Tail swipe, claws, bite, for example. The fact that it's set in kind of like a steampunky, or you come from kind of steampunky, Victorian steampunky era would give you probably other cards, right? Something to do with steam. Maybe some kind of fancy looking laser gun, because sometimes steampunk has laser guns for some reason. Hey, thank you for the free stream streak, Trunks. Very much appreciated. I wonder if those will all go off when I switch to the game scene when we start that side, or if they're just lost forever. I don't know. They're probably lost forever. Oh, hang on. I'm going to put a note here, and it's probably going to confuse me when I look at it. It's got nothing to do with the game. I need to work on an alerts nested scene. I'm going to load this up and go, what? I got to do what now? Okay, yeah, but that works. Okay. So I've made my choices. That gives me my starting deck, right? We can then kind of go like a more kind of Slay the Spire-esque thing. And then from a very simple point of view, trying to make your alter ego, or kind of the other side of your coin, if you always give 2 choices of cards, I pick one, my alter ego gets the other one, right? Again, I think you'd want to give more choices, because if it's just 2, you know what you're going to be fighting against once you got to the end, right? Assuming, and I think having your alter ego be the final boss is interesting. Also from a kind of like a deck building perspective, right? Because you're trying to build your deck, but then you also know, based on what you've picked, what the final boss is going to be, right? So you're going to try and build it in a way. Is my alter ego Avril Lavigne? Could be. It could be. Oh dear. Also, chat, I recorded a update video and I was watching it back. One, I was very distracted by this little like tufty bit of hair as I was watching it back. And I also realized just how prominent where my headphones sit is on my hair. Oh dear. I did have a bit of a hair one. I found it incredibly distracting when I was watching it. I was just, oh God. Look at that. I found 2 things distracting while I was watching it back. One was the hair, and one was just on the table. I just got back from the shop. Well, I just finished my tea when I was recording that, and I treated myself, and I brought myself a pack of 2 shoe buns from the shop, and I'd left the fucking empty box on the table in view of the camera. My eye was drawn to those 2 things the entire fucking time. I was like, oh, why did I have to leave the bloody shoe bun rubbish on the fucking table? Oh dear. They're good though. They are. I honestly wish my local shop had not started fucking selling those. Oh, I do like a good shoe bun, and they are a good shoe bun. If you don't know what a shoe bun is, it's basically a large profiterole. Because I'm a professional, right? Oh dear. All right, but I do like this idea of basically as you're going, let's just put, how do you spell alter in terms of alter ego? Probably not. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. There. And is having a good Tuesday. It is September, so again, if you got your primes and your resubs and stuff, it would be appreciated. Oh God! So I've also started doing rehabilitation exercises. Like they are the most simple. An old man of 70 should be able to do these exercises no problem, and they are kicking my fucking ass. Just it's fucking amazing. Oh dear. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. But I did them. I did them. I may have had a little nap after doing them, but I did them. Oh dear, I gotta start taking better care of myself, man. I do kind of like this idea. How could you mix a die/card game, and then how do you add the tension device? So a friend of mine has been introducing me to journaling RPGs. We've been doing co-op one. There you go. And one of the things I love about it is the tension device, and the tension device that they use is they call it a building block game. I would probably call it Jenga, but then you would get sued. So the way it works as a kind of tension device is you have to play the kind of building block game as well. It does add a lot. So I love the idea of trying to put a kind of tension device which can kind of change the path of the game, change the difficulty of the game, just based on this kind of random thing you're doing, kind of tangentially. I kind of like that idea. I don't know how you build that into something like this, but I would like a tension device. During your medical, you managed to do 3 minutes of steps and you did a minute of squats without getting too breathless. You were pleased. Oh God. I mean, at the moment I'm doing I mean, it's basically just like an old school oh God, what did they used to call it when I was at school? Calisthenics? Is that what they used to call it? But yeah, like it's 50 star jumps. Fucking who invented the star jump? Fucking prick. I literally just did it. How am I fucking blanking on what I did? I do have to do some squats. I have to do some because I'm trying to get rehabilitation wise, fitness and strength. I cannot believe how weak I've got. Oh my God. I'm like a little kitten. So yeah, so it's so in the morning I gotta do oh, by the way, exercises, speaking of which, you need to get your hourly steps in. Be right back. So yeah, it's like star jump, squats, gentle, not real push-ups. I can't do sit-ups at the moment. I can't remember why the doctor told me not to do sit-ups, but they did. There was a reason. They said don't do sit-ups at the moment. I've got some light weights, so I have to do reps, some curls, some whatever you call this movement while you're holding a weight. I don't know what that's called. And then I think that's it. Eventually, they want me to add skipping rope into that as well. And then in the evenings, I have to do walking. And they tried to do it in steps. I was like, look, I don't have a stepometer. I don't have a watch that counts steps. So, like, telling me I have to do a certain amount of steps is going to be of absolutely no use to me. Right? And I ain't going to count my steps manually. What am I? A step counting guy? So we kind of decided that there's kind of like a route around my house that I can do. So we kind of just decided that we'll start with that. And call that good. So I've got to try and do that. Well, I don't have to try and do that. I have to do that this evening after stream. But yes, I was amazed at just how. So I can't even remember when I had that funny turn. I know I streamed straight after it, which I wasn't meant to do, by the way, but I did. Kind of went to the hospital, came back and streamed. Yeah, I cannot believe just how much that actually affected me. Like I hadn't realized it until now. Like when I'm trying to like even get back to where I was. Like I wasn't very fit beforehand. So even trying to get back to where I was is going to be a struggle. And then yeah, diet wise, I have to eat a lot of chicken now. A lot of fucking chicken. They also recommend eggs, but if you've seen the price of eggs, fuck that. Luckily, my blood pressure has been holding, so I'm still allowed to drink coffee. So that's good. I am allowed that little vice. Oh, but no chocolate. No chocolate. Ah, no chocolate. What a disaster. No chocolate, no crisps. Is life even worth living without chocolate and crisps? I'm glad your medical went well, Trunks. That's always good. All right. What were we doing? We were talking about alter egos. I do like that idea. I'm kind of tempted to try and turn this into a teach myself how to make a game project. I'm wondering if I can make an incredibly bad and janky walking simulator out of this idea. And then turn it into something better later on. I'd have to pick up some books. I can't remember with LP what system he wanted to use for the card game we were going to try and make. Because if I'm going to learn a game development system, I should probably try and learn the same one. I think it was Unreal, I think. All right, we didn't make a lot of progress on this. But we did make some progress. So yeah, physical form wise and your history wise, you're not going to make a kind of counterbalance to that because that's got to be the same. So if you're a gentleman dinosaur baker, all sides of your coin are going to be gentleman dinosaur baker. But what you do with those skills could be completely different, right? One can make cakes. One could be more of a bread baker. And one of them, the evil one, could work for Greg's and just make sausage rolls. Goddamn Greg's. Ah, dear. All right, but yeah, I think that makes sense. Oh, that reminds me. Did I make that command work?
Oh, you are a professional, Boss Bird.
Apparently I did. Oh, because I sent the command to both. No, why would both of them come back to Twitch chat? That's not right. I need to look into that. Oh, did I get the shuffle thing working as well? I did. Okay. Oh, I think I would like to. So again, yeah, physical form I think makes sense. I don't really want to worry. This could be a series of leading questions. Okay, so I know I'm a humanoid. Okay, let's keep on going down the dinosaur. Because I'm trying to ask questions to. Thinking about this more as a kind of digital video game type idea. Rather than it being a door for the first one, it would still be a door, but what if the door was a mirror? And what if asking you questions for the first one? You basically just let people design. Do I want people to be able to design the character what it looks like? And then based on what they pick, you could then, if you're going to try and make people play it again and again and again and again, I don't know if you would want to do that. With a card roguelike game, you probably would. You can put in more choices. At the mirror stage, you can, because we could say at the beginning, you can only be some form of human, right? That's going to give you human, will give you human cards. And then you can then say you go through it once, and then that unlocks based on what you do. That could unlock something, and then you can become dinosaur, and then out, or different kind of humanoids, elf, whatever, fantasy tropes, goblins, whatever. From a purely digital point of view, that would work. then once you've done that bit, you then get to the series of free doors, which is going to try and answer who you are. And the only real thing we're trying to answer there is what is your profession. Because again, those are going to give you certain types of cards, right? So again, going back to kind of more generic fantasy tropes, profession there could be class, right? So like warrior, rogue, and archer, I think are the normal kind of tropes for these kind of games. And then, you know, that is your starting deck. I kind of like this idea for a card game, I'm not going to lie. I also like it I like it as a number of things. Oh, dear. I was trying to design it as a story generator, but I... I don't know, trying to develop something more digital, I think could be interesting. Because I wouldn't even, I don't even have a clue how to start doing that. Oh dear. This is called Scapple. And I'm going to have to make myself a coffee in a minute. So then... I kind of like the idea of presenting ideas in a mirror. Now, if I was going to try and do that in a more journaling RPG way, I don't know how it would have to be questions. It can't be a mirror. It would have to be questions. But yeah, in a more digital form, I kind of like the mirror. And then yeah, I need to work on my alerts nested scene so I can have all of those working across various scenes. I did it for the camera. I forgot to do it for alerts. Oh dear. Okay, so then this is three doors. This is to answer. No, I want you to do a join. Who you are, and really all that is going to be is I kind of like the idea of going down profession rather than class, because I feel like you can have more fun with that, and you can include class stereotypes, right? Like, again, you can say your profession is a warrior. You can't really say your class is banker. Oh God, what would you put in a middle manager's deck? One of the professions, middle management. A Victorian, a steampunk dinosaur middle manager. There's a character for you. What would his name be? I feel like a middle manager probably would be, and again, my dinosaur knowledge is nowhere near as good as it used to be. And I'm basically just going to go after dinosaurs that are in Jurassic Park. No, Velociraptor is not very middle management. I feel like they're doers, right? They would just get shit done. They'd come in, do their work, and then go home. T-Rex, short arms, a lot of noise. That sounds like a lot of middle managers I used to know. I'm not so sure about the short arms. Did they all have short arms? What a weird question to ask. I'm just going to have to phone up all of my old middle managers. Do you see you have short arms? Hey, Rydog, thank you for the 5-stream streak. Ah, dear. It is appreciated, and I hope you're doing well.
Go ahead. Make my day.
They all seem to have short arms because they had their coffee cups on their gut while they walked around. Oh, dear. I think that could be a lot of fun, trying to come up with just random professions and then trying to come up with a card deck that would work for them. As well as could be expected, which you'll take. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This idea has gone completely away from what I thought it was going to be. I like it. What's the line for Meet the Robinsons? You got a big head and little arms, and I don't think this plan was very thought through. Oh, dear. Hey, welcome back, Trunks. Oh, dear. But yes. Oh, dear. It started already, eh? On those kind of jokes. I see. I see. It's been about a week. 2 weeks? Has it been 2 weeks already? Shit. Fucking hell. Wow. Time is flying, apparently. Okay, there you go. Ah, Jesus. Oh, dear. That's mostly because you're caffeine fueled now. Just saving up all of those Black Ops 7 XP token cans. It's gonna have so many tokens. You're trying to limit yourself to 1 caffeine drink a day? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's wise, I think, with the monsters and stuff. You had a Cherry Coke Zero the other day. Holy shit, was that fucking amazing? Yeah, Cherry Coke Zero is. I don't know what chemicals are in it. I don't know how much damage it does to the body or what. This is not a medical show or anything, but yes, it's good stuff. It is good stuff. 100% agree. I do try to stay away from cherry colas because, yeah, in my teenage years, I was definitely addicted to cherry Coke. There were worse things to be addicted to, so I take it as a slight win. But it was Mountain Dew for you. Oh dear. They didn't have Cherry Coke Zero at that point. I don't think we had any Zero colas at that point. I had Diet Coke, but I know some people say it's nice, but I always assume you're lying. You're just trying to convince yourself it's nice. Worst thing to be addicted to. Cherry vanilla Coke, just put it in your veins. Oh dear. Serenity knows, Serenity does know. Mod. Oh dear. Mods. But yeah, oh God, cherry Coke. Yes, definitely was my addiction in my teenage years. You allow yourself one of those every 6 months or so. But I think that's good, right? Like, because again, like, you know, I'm going through all this medical stuff, and you know, doctors telling you, you know, you got to be strict, you got to be strict, and I understand that, 100%. But like I was saying to them, like, I cannot be 100% strict 100% of the time, right? Because what would be the fucking point? I'm not a rabbit. You don't drink a lot of sodas, you'll stick to booze. Strict doesn't mean cut everything out. Strict means limiting yourself. Yeah. And it's just trying to get to that thing, you know, like because like I said, I'm not allowed to eat chocolate. I'm not allowed to eat crisps. I will inevitably eat both of those at some point again. Oh dear. You shouldn't even have that technically. But I think that's the thing, right? It's I feel you have to have a vice in life, right? If that's even what you call it. And yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just got it, right? Life's for living and then dying. Your vice is trying to enjoy life, and that involves food, beverage, and friends. You don't currently have restrictions, but you will at some point when you need treatment, so you enjoy it now. That is absolutely fair enough, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, food is a big one for me as well. I do enjoy food. Um, what are friends? Wow, calling us all out like that, eh, Trunks? All right. Now I was thinking we got along. Ah, dear. But yeah, put up with you for 55 months. I feel like you put up with me for 55 months. I think that's the way that goes. Oh, dear. But yes, I did put out an update video for anyone who is interested. And I do need to do the Patreon post about the movie reviews with a little bit more information that I didn't want to put in the update video. Need to get that done. I'm already regretting saying that I'm going to do Police Academy series first. I will do it. I will do it. I will review the Police Academy movies, but good God. No, I didn't manage to get anything smoked this weekend. I'm hoping, or last weekend. I'm definitely hoping to be able to do something this weekend. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but honestly, I don't really care. I just want to smoke something. But no, like money's been incredibly tight. Because yeah, like paying all these fucking doctor's bills, but it has to be done. There was a very real possibility that if I didn't keep on going to the doctor, I probably would have died over the past 2 months. So I think I'm making the right decisions, right? Oh dear. So, you know, it's been a fun couple of months. Oh, I'd only ever go like for something cheap, like oh, what would the doctor say if I did gammon and ate gammon for a week? He'd be all right with it. He'd be all right with it. Oh dear. I guess from a doctor's perspective, I should probably do.
Hello, hey, listen.
I should probably do turkey. Yeah, or chicken. I think I'd rather do turkey. I feel like you can get a decent size, like even if it's just like a rolled joint, a butterfly joint, they're fairly decent size and fairly cheap. Whereas chickens, they're cheap, but they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Right? I doubt I could get a full bird. I would love at one point to smoke a proper turkey, but that's probably something for the future. And then I think I'd also like to do just like a rack of ribs as well. That can be my my treat for the week. I'm allowed one treat a week. Again, the deals I've had to make with my doctor, right? Oh dear. Oh god, I have absolutely no idea. The ribs normally come in at around £10, I think. And then the turkey, I honestly don't know. It would be under 30 quid for the turkey. Because I normally, when I go, I normally like decide, do I want Cameron or do I want turkey? And they're normally around the £25 mark. So yeah, it's something around there. But yeah, I would like to get something in. Just because I miss smoking. And then what else can I talk about? I just did an update video and I feel like I missed some stuff out. I did miss some stuff out. The stuff I missed out was the stuff around the housing situation and the shed. So that has become, I want to use the word comical, and I'm sure at some point I will find it funny.
Stop spinning me!
Hey, thank you very much for the incredibly generous tip there. Smoker and beverages. Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. So I said before, it's a garage and a packing shed. They are connected, but you know, it is a garage and a packing shed. So the garage at the moment has, it's not roll top, but like kind of large doors that you can kind of like push to the side. So you can kind of open up basically the entire wall to get cars in and out. That door doesn't work. Well, no, that door does work, but I can't use that door at the moment because the garage, they filled the garage full of rubbish as well now. So I can't actually open that door. The packing shed has got two doors. There's a door nearer the road and a door kind of the other side of it. The door near the road, again, is just full of crap, right? I can't use that door. So the only door I've been able to use is the packing shed door closer, like away from the road. That now has in it, for some reason, in the door, not in the shed, and not just outside the door, but in the door, a pallet of breeze blocks. And I don't know why. Like breeze blocks, cinder blocks, what else they be called? So I don't even know what they're for. Like, I don't even know why they've got them. they've now been there for 3 weeks, right? It's just this pallet of blocks. They've been there for about 3 weeks now. So I don't know what I'm meant to do. Gonna make you pay for them next? Yeah, I don't know. Now, one of the reasons I feel that they may have got stuck there, I think from the delivery man's perspective, I can understand why he put them there, right? We've got a difficult drive for big trucks. Most people in Guernsey who drive big trucks can't drive them very well. So I would imagine they probably parked on the road and they've craned them in as far as they can. And then to actually make it so you don't block the drive, they've put them slightly in the door, right? From the delivery driver's perspective, I think I understand the logic of what has happened, right? But this is where I kind of lose it, right? It's like they've been there for 3 weeks now, right? They're clearly not designed, at least I hope they're not designed, because if they are, they're breaking the law. These blocks clearly are not designed to build a wall to block up the packing shed door, right? So why haven't they moved them? I do believe the other day I kind of discovered why possibly they haven't moved them. And I think it's because somehow they broke both tractors. And I don't know how. I honestly do not know how. One of them, the little red one, is just pissing oil. Like every time you start it up, it's pissing oil. So there's got to be a break in a pipe somewhere, right? And then as for the big red one, I honestly do not know. That tractor has been good as gold for years, right? No problem with that tractor. It's the only tractor that has started on the key, no problem, come rain or shine, for years. Dead. The battery is fine. The tractor is dead. And the reason I discovered that, or at least I suspected that maybe there are issues with the tractors, was based on where they were parked. Oh dear. Oh yeah, I look after the tractors, but like I say, I've been using them for years with no problems whatsoever. Okay, the little red one has got electric problems. Not my fault. My dad sent that tractor off to be professionally fixed, and they fucked it up. But yeah, I mean the little red one, I'm going to go down to it's probably just wear and tear, right? It's an old tractor. It still uses old metal pipes. One of them has probably got a tiny hole in it, but it is amazing how much fluid a tiny hole can piss out at high pressure, right? But what annoys me the most is they're clearly making no efforts to try and fix them, right? One, which really pisses me off. But two, they didn't tell me that they were broken, right? They haven't told me that I need to fix them or asked me to fix them, right? They've just dumped them. And that just fucking annoys me. But yes, I'm gonna imagine one of the reasons why they haven't moved the blocks is because they broke the tractor with the link box. And they're clearly not willing to move them wherever they need to go by hand. Are you actually talking to them right now? And when they ask you to help with something, do you do it? We're talking kind of informally about it. And yes, like with the tractors, I'd never given up maintenance of the tractors because I enjoy tinkering with tractors, right? And I was like, I'm not going to cut my nose off to spite my own face. If that's something I enjoy, it's something I will keep on doing. So I have no problem I don't want to pay to fix them because, again, they're not my tractors and I didn't cause the fucking issue. But I don't mind putting in the time and effort to fix them. But at least let me know they're broken, right? They tell me everything else that's broken that I won't fucking do. You know, like the fact they blocked the toilet again. I don't know what it is that they try and flush down the fucking toilet, that they block it all the fucking time. And trust me, this is a well-designed high flush toilet because I designed this toilet around my poops, right? And over the years, with bad plumbing, I have blocked many a toilet. But not this one. Not this one. This one, you could flush a fucking elephant down it and it would be fine. No fucking problem. Yet somehow... And I keep on getting... I don't go and fix the toilet, but I keep on getting messages. Toilet's blocked again. Can you come fix it? No, it's not my toilet. I now maintain the public toilet that I have to use. The old States Works, the part of the government that looks after toilets, must wonder now why that toilet is so clean. Exactly, right? Exactly. It's about a mile bike ride, mile there, mile back. Most of the time it's fine, and because I'm being quite good with my diet, I'm not suffering from IBS/Crohn's. The doctor could never decide which one it was. But I will say, when I do, that mile bike ride is... I can never do it quick enough. Let's put it that way. Oh dear. It's fun being me. Now, to be clear, I haven't sold myself yet, but there's been a couple of very knife's edge calls. Oh dear. It's amazing how fast I can ride that bike when I fucking need to. Oh dear. Oh, I will say, so one thing they have been doing insanely slowly, but one thing they have been doing is fixing up the summer house. And, all credit to them. They've done a fairly good, pretty good job of it. Apart from the fact they hung the doors upside down. Which wouldn't be much of a problem normally, right? Okay, doors, they normally have a thicker bottom and a thinner top, right? But because they're glass. But that's not much of a problem. But the problem is these were second-hand doors that had all of the handle hardware already installed. So the handle works in the opposite direction. Oh dear. But yeah, it did make me laugh. Oh, that's what the blocks are for. That's what the blocks are for. They need to build a wall to stop the flooding. That's what the fucking blocks are for. Okay, I've worked it out. I still don't know why they're still in the door of my packing shed though. Which means I can't get on. Okay, so the other side of the shed is, so we were possibly talking about me selling it back to the family so they could turn it into something for my dad. That idea has been kiboshed. I think because it involved money. But now they have the great idea that my dad could live in this shed. They could turn this shed into something. I've told them it's too small, but they won't listen to me. I think it's just that they want to get me out. So I may have to go back to the idea of trying to make that at least the garage livable in. I don't know how I'm going to fund that, but that's a problem for future me. And then I don't know how I'm meant to do it when it's still full of fucking rabbit. And I can't even get in. Like, even if I wanted to clear the rubbish myself and then just bill it to them, which I'm legally allowed to do, I can't even do that at the moment because I can't even get into the fucking place. Ugh. God damn. That coffee cup has been empty for a while now. I don't know why I expect it to magically fill itself back up. It would be nice. It would be nice, coffee. Can they not work on that technology? Is that not really what the first teleporter should be? Is a way of just filling up your beverage? All right, I think I derailed myself enough there. All right, so let's just make a couple more notes. All right, throw that over there. And then I think that's probably as good a place as any to refill my coffee cup and switch over. I'm gonna play a little bit of Cuisine Royale. We might switch to something else after a couple of rounds, or we may just play that for the rest of the stream. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really plan these things out that well. But I'm gonna go make myself a coffee cup. Make myself a coffee cup. No, I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee. I sadly do not have clay and a potter's wheel and the ability to make a cup every time I need a cup of coffee. It would also be incredibly wasteful if I did that. It'd be interesting. And there's no way that cup would be cup shaped. Gotta be lucky if it's fucking watertight. Then we could contain the liquid, honestly. But anyway, I will be back. Alrighty, hopefully it'll pick up the game. There we go. I'm back in the I League. There must have been a reset. There's only one person in gold. And it ain't me. Alright, let's go. I'm not too worried about what's new in the item shop. Morning, Phil. Even though it's the afternoon. Oh, is Phil moving? No. Phil? Phil, are you there? I know we're starting a fucking seance. Phil, come in, Phil. We need to know where you left the money. I mean, we miss you, Phil. Uncle Phil. Poor old Shredder. Phil? Nope. See you in hell, Phil. I'll probably die before you. Also, apparently oh god, there's somebody there. I had no idea that would do that much damage to the to the fort. Oh my god, Phil, he's alive. I guess he queued and then just urgently had to poop. Hello, Phil. I blew up a building. What have you been doing? Ah, proning. Hopefully you didn't have to go on a mile bike ride. Are you stealing my car? Dude, this isn't Grand Theft Auto. Or is it? This is GTA 6. We worked on it for 20 years. Tell me, Rockstar, what did you do in those 20 years while making GTA 6? Well, you see, we put an I after the V. Ah, good stuff. Groundbreaking Game of the Year stuff. I mean, when GTA 6 comes out, it will undoubtedly be Game of the Year, even if it's trash. I think a lot of people have the same idea about Silk Song as well, which comes out in 2 days. I thought I heard somebody else. Yeah, and you bought, I don't know when it comes out, but yeah, it's definitely out soon. Two weeks from now? And then that multiplayer spaceship game we tried the demo of is out on the 9th, I think? Bunnies. He's got bunnies. Yeah, I think it was called Jump Ship and it's now called Jump Space, or it was called Jump Space and it's now called Jump Ship. I also saw that a remastered Gears of War had come out recently. I didn't even know they were working on that. That's on PlayStation as well now? I mean, hello knee-pads. Console exclusives should become a thing of the past. I kind of hope consoles don't, because I feel consoles are going to have to replace gaming PCs at any kind of reasonable price. There needs to be some competition there. You're not going to check, though? Ah, we don't live in the day and age where you need to check facts. You just say something and then it's correct, right? Like, I think in the UK, the leader of the Tory party said something about she got an offer letter from Stanford, and Stanford are like, no, you didn't. Oh dear. Banks give us big loans with 0 interest? Oh, that'd be nice. You know, I'm not asking for much, just enough so I can buy a house and a couple of yachts and a private airplane and put a ballroom in the White House and make everything incredibly tacky and gold. And not even real gold. Just buy shit from IKEA, spray paint it gold and put it in the White House. Class. Pure fucking class, man. I was looking, because I keep an eye on all the estate agents locally, and they put up a absolutely perfect property for me, right? Small cottage, needs a lot of work doing up. Nice bit of land, like outdoor area for smoking and stuff. It needs a lot of doing up. Just under £1 million. Oh dear. You finally found a conspiracy theory that you're buying into? And because I was looking at it, I think most people would probably look at it and say unlivable, right? To me, it's livable, but you would want to do it up over time. You're not sure you can talk about the theory on here, though? Uh-oh. I mean, I'll allow it. Do you think Twitch won't allow it? Is it that this is hell and we've already been damned? I've got an alternative theory for you. What if this is heaven and this is as good as it gets? Oh, no, wait, September. No, it's fine. The theory that the orange man is either very much in his way to being composted or already there. I'm being shot in the ass, Bill. I do believe you're shooting him, but not very effectively. Did you get him? That would be interesting. Is that... Has he not been seen recently or something? Is there... Are they trying to find a body double? Because I feel that would be hard. Oh, I see bunnies. And his socials very much look ghost written. We are talking Trump, yeah. And the proof of life pictures are very grainy and from far away and don't compare very well. Interesting. And he just had a meeting with Putin, and we all know how he likes to get rid of his enemies. Can I add to the conspiracy theory? Is that cool? His posts use proper grammar, punctuation, and didn't just have all caps. He hasn't been talking to the press either? Oh, that is interesting. Well, he's got a friend. I don't remember where I saw that car 98. Bill? How did I just Panzer Shrek someone? I think you mean Phil. He's dead, buddy. He's dead. Um, 2 weeks ago, and that's normally how long the poisons Russia likes to use takes. It's a slippery slope. You've fallen down. They've also tried to post a photo of proof of life from 3 weeks ago, and people called them on it. Well, we took out a human team, so that's good. Come on, you can make it. I swear I just saw one of them. I was falling down a roof at the time, though. Did you see somebody up there? Again, I think I just saw someone, but... Now, is this going to be somebody proning? Okay, they may be human based on how they were shooting. Fuck. Come on, Phil. Oh, that was a fairly good grenade. I mean, I guess throw enough. How did you get so many grenades? Jesus Christ. Good going, Phil. Good going, Phil. Good, another one of those. And one of those two hickeys as well. Good. This seems like all the same old shit in the shop. You're jealous. Do 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 do. But yes, I hope everyone is doing well. And oh, it's Phil again. Have you had to go for another poop? Is it another human poop? Remember, don't steal any of his grenades. It does appear to have been another Q and poop. I forgot to ping. Why? There we go. All right. Oh, there's an ump. It's tempting. God damn it, Phil. Well, that wasn't worth the climb. Mr. Phil? Which way are we going? Oh my god, he found a bloody bazooka? Oh no, Panzer Shrek. You see someone, buddy? Oh, you got him. Nice. We can go for a swim if you want. Oh, that's nice. You close the door after you. A little bit of manners. This is very similar to what we did last game. Oh. I don't think that was Phil. Oh, is the bloody audio cutting out every now and again? Ugh. It's not flying, but it is falling. There's no... Yeah, all right. Can't go to have an amazing time first? It's a very awkward climb of that wall. Oh, there was definitely metal spike penetration there. Not seeing anyone. There's a scarecrow. He does like closing his doors. I was really hoping I'd see someone up here. I'm assuming he's looting because he needs more grenades. We know what his strategy in a fight is. Are you thinking the train? Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. That fridge has been jostled. wonder if we should have risked the second trip. Okay, I'm surprised 2 of those didn't count as hits. Or 3 of those. Or 4 of those. What are you doing movement-wise? Whatever it was, it did seem to be working. I'm now completely out of car juice. Wait, that makes it sound like I'm out of petrol.
Okay,
If it works, right?
Oh, nice shooting, Jeff.
More shots. Where did that other guy die is around here? Further down? Yes. Not seeing a lot of Car 98 ammo or knee pads. Ow. Oh, Car 98 ammo. Let's have a little lie down. Let's little lie down in the grass. I don't blame you, it's sunny. Sometimes you just gotta have a nice lie down in the grass. Oh, they did have knee pads. I can see them from here. I've almost used all of my car ammo again by hitting nothing. I am being carried by Mr. Phil. Well, I wasn't carried in the first one. He did win it for us, but I wouldn't say it was carried. I don't really know where they died. Come on, I'm sure I saw knee pads. Yeah. There's some grenades for you, buddy. I know you like your grenades. You keep on offering me buttocks protection. Do you not like my butt? You not like my nun butt? Don't worry, Phil. I will be obvious target. You get your grenades ready. Are you throwing grenades already? You're definitely pan distracting someone. Oh, okay. That's game over. All right. Nicely done, Phil. I was also here. Oh, hard carried on that one. What I've learned is that I don't necessarily want to ever play against that Phil. Or if you do, stay out of grenade range. Many, many miles out of grenade range. Hey, Phil's back. You get to carry this son of a bitch again. Yes, I was going to say, this is one of those guns that's got a really awkward iron sight, isn't it? Yeah. Apparently this was just Bren Gun Village. You already done these, Phil? Was this you, Phil? Did you drop a stand, Phil? Are you already in a fight? Do you already have knee pads, Phil? Why are you proning? Ooh, there's a fridge out there. And there were knee pads. Yeah, I knew you'd come. Ping a grenade. Floodgates, man. We got a large bag? Wait, you needed a large bag. Why are you giving me a large bag? Don't you need a large bag for all of your grenades? I take it there's somebody in that building? Oh no, he's there. God, how the hell are you meant to shoot with this gun? All I can see is flowers. Jesus Christ, Phil, you just about gave me a heart attack. He's got the buddies and the knee pads. He's living the dream, man. Too bad knee pads to speed don't increase your reload speed. God, if knee pads to speed existed in real life, would I buy it, Tom? I guess we're getting to the idea of when they suddenly make exoskeletons that actually work and are affordable, would I buy one? Probably. Probably just to fight all the bloody AI robots. You fucking need to. Would I transplant my mind into a robo body? I don't think so, no, because I think then you're getting to the kind of life extension scenario. Oh, got someone again. Yeah, this time he's the quick one. This is going to be... Come on. There you go. You are still hiding, so... Did he have friends? But don't tell me you're waiting for me to catch up. That would seem very out of character for a Phil. My God, Phil, are we going to become friends? Yeah, I don't think I'm a big fan of life extension stuff, but making what life you have more pleasurable? I honestly thought I could get to cover, Phil. I'm sorry. Oh dear. That's it, Phil. Smell my farts. Thank you. How dare I fail, Phil? This Phil is just kicking ass. Nope, you got him. I was going to try and help, but... God damn it, man. You're just too competent. You're making me and my middle management ways look bad. He didn't happen to have bunnies. No.